Okay, let's get it. What's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Sean from Collector's Closet, coming at you with another review. And today we're going to take a look at the Mcfarlane Toys Spawn. Now, this is the Throne Spawn, which looks pretty good in packaging, but we know how Mcfarlane Toys are. Looks good in packaging, but once you take it out and get to moving it around, shit starts to break, fall apart, and everything else. So we going into it with that in mind. My last review of the DC Multiverse Hush, straight trash. I don't recommend DC Multiverse figures. I'm damn near to the point where I don't recommend Mcfarlane Toys. But I waste my money so you don't have to, and I give it to you raw, uncut, no editing allowed. And yeah, so straight off the bat, get the big open window view showcasing the figure and the accessories, which we do kind of have with this set. We get the throne and that half a cape bullshit, but we'll talk about it. On the side of the packaging, you get a nice artwork of Spawn. Looks pretty good, looks dope, kind of looks like the figure that's in packaging. On the back, crazy, this is what I used to fall in love with as a child growing up, is the artwork. Capullo and Mcfarlane, the comics, dope. So yeah, it looks really, really good. There's the other side, and if you're new to the channel, we do all unboxes live, raw, uncut, no editing allowed. And let's get straight into it. So my last review, I had to chop that that Hush figure. I had to chop it up. It's terrible. And to be quite honest, Mcfarlane Toys is just, they're terrible. Just to be honest, it looks good, but the plastic, the quality of plastic they use is ass. The lack of innovation as far as articulation, etc., is ass. And quite frankly, man, I'm tired of it, man. We can't keep giving this company passes when Mattel and Hasbro are doing their damn thing. I know I talk shit about Hasbro, but that's, you know, I give it to you guys raw. But they're far better than Mcfarlane. So the throne is tied down on the back insert. So hopefully we can get this off. There's one. Got one more. But yeah, man, let me know. Honestly, I'm interested in knowing if you guys collect Mcfarlane, and what's your honest opinion of the figures. You know what I mean? Because with me, man, and my knife is, look at that, it's not even cutting it. There we go. Honestly, man, I can't recommend it, really, because it's straight up trash. His quality is trash. He's getting over with the fucking, that one shit I'm getting tired of. The same figure, different head sculpt. That shit, man, I'm tired of that. Alright, so we got some ties that we gotta get cut off. I may edit it, I may not. You guys know me, like I said, man, I like to do no editing allowed on my videos. I like it to be uncut, raw. But this one has a lot of ties on it, and my knife is kind of dull, so I gotta sharpen that. Maybe I need to use fingernail clippers, right? Maybe just Mcfarlane needs to stop using all these damn ties, man. Shit. Let me see if I could just yank this out of here, man. Instead of fighting this shit with my knife. That's the top part. And see if I can get... There we go. And there he is. Straight off the bat. Looks good. Loose joints though. We're going to talk about it. But he is able to stand straight out the packaging. And I think that's because of that boot. But yeah. Let's move him back. Let's go over the accessories. You get half a cape, which is sculpted very nicely. Done very well. Get some skulls. The chain is painted in silver. I do like that. But I wish these companies start using like be innovative. Give us a real chain. Like back in the day they used to do it. Here's the top part of the throne. So let's go ahead and put that in. Does it go that way or does it go this way? There are no instructions. I think it would go that way. Yeah. And there's a skull here. I mean, this thing is heavily detailed. But I wish there were more paint instead of just wash. And, you know, the gray paint for the skulls. I mean, but you got a ton of sculpt. There's a skull, not painted. Got spines and it's a nice solid piece. You got a tire here that's warped up. Looks like a gun down in there. I know it would have been a nightmare to paint this, but he could have painted some of it. Gun here. Bike handle here. Tire. Rib cages. Spine is painted, but it's sloppy as hell. Skull. Looks good. And then you get this piece of cape here to look like his cape when and you can see, look at that, the separation. It's like that comes out. Man. Anyway, there's that. Let's get the display. Let's bring him in. Take a look at him. The silver paint for the chain and the skull is done very well. Nice and shiny. Spikes are painted. Pretty good. That same silver looks good. It carries around to the back. As you can see the skull. I mean, he looks pretty good. I will say that. The face is painted very well. Those eyes in there are done very well. Bringing them in. Chest is painted pretty good. Red paint for the hands. This holster piece around the leg is done pretty good. The boot and the spikes all sculpted and detailed, which is done very well. But he's known for sculpt, but it doesn't translate all the time. And there's the throne. I might have this had this throne in as part of my backdrop from now on, because I really like this throne. Even though there's not a lot of paint on it, the detail is crazy. And good figures will be able to sit in the Spawn throne, right? But let's go ahead and go over articulation. We'll get the cape on, see how that looks and everything else. That butterfly joint makes the arms kind of loose, but the head can look up that far. Can look down. Pretty good. Nice tilt. So he does the ball joint for the head very well. You get some nice natural movement out of it. The arms, super duper loose. Like, this is super loose. And that's what I'm talking about. Man, arms go up that far, which are good. That butterfly lets the arms go back. Not much, really. It almost like it doesn't really serve a purpose. Yeah, you can get it in front of you, but I don't know. You have a bicep swivel, but it's loose. It's really loose. Double jointed elbows work fine, but the radius on the cap is pretty bad, as always. He has surprisingly some okay crunch at that top ab. Leaning back, it breaks up, but you can get it back that far before you see a little bit of gapping. Not a big deal. I like the ball at the waist. So combined, he bends over that far, and going back combined, he leans back far. Really good. So, and you get your tilt. Nice hula hoop action going on. So that's pretty cool. The leg kicks up that far, which ain't bad. That diaper piece raises up, which I don't like. Going back, goes back that far. Double jointed knees. Looks not too bad. Doesn't look too bad. Wish he can, implement that throughout all his figures. The legs, to do a complete splits, which is cool. I like the thigh rotation because it's hidden up in there. It doesn't break up the sculpt. The ankles are ratcheted. They go down that far. Hinges up that far. And check that out. You get no rocker out of it. And you get your Mcfarlane toe hinge, which is tight. So I do like that. And over here, same thing. But you got the big boot that prevents a lot of the movement. So, yeah. I mean, he looks cool. The wrists do rotate, and you get that universal ball hinge. I'm almost to the point to where I want. He needs to redo the ball jointed hinges, and Oh, okay. So it rocks a little bit at the ankle, not much, but a little bit. But he needs to re-engineer those ball joints. So let's get his cape on. Am I able to just slides right over his head. You don't have to take the head off. And there's a peg and a port. And I see a lot of people complaining that it's not a full cape. I do feel like he should have given us both a full cape in this cape for when you wanted to sit inside of the throne. So let's go ahead and get him to sit in the throne. This leg is, there we go. Let's get him positioned. Arms are really loose. Don't like that. Cape is all lopsided. I guess it's sculpted that way. And all right, let's see. All right. I mean, it's kind of a. I mean, he raises. Okay, so what am I doing wrong? What's keeping him from sitting completely down? There's that. Let's get the leg spread. And yeah, it's a dope piece. for the shelf, even though he's not sitting complete. It's like the leg needs to lift up more. There we go. Same for this leg. There we go. And that's as good as I could get it. But it looks pretty good. How the cape, he has this part to make it, you know, give it a look that it's a full cape. But yeah, it looks good. I will, you know, but this ain't DC Multiverse. He shows a little bit more love and care when it comes to the Spawn. A little bit more. Yeah, he could do better, but it's a lot better than the DC Multiverse bullshit. I wish his head could look up a little bit more, but is he supposed to have like this head down, this angle a little bit? Yeah, that looks good. Let's get the foot down a little bit more on the ground. That's what needs a little bit more ankle rock, right? Let's see. There's like, for real, honestly, there's like damn near no ankle rock. But there he is. Looks pretty good. So let's go through size comparisons with this guy. After I got him in a nice pose, I'm gonna get that picture. Might make that my thumbnail, because it does look pretty good. Let's get him standing up, straight as we can get him. Let's push that to the back. Get him standing there. And let's bring in the Gunslinger Spawn. Gunslinger Spawn is a lot taller than he is. Let's raise the camera a little bit. This Gunslinger Spawn is pretty dope. But that's how those guys scale. Let's get She Spawn out of here. Or out here. Man, she's terrible. It's so hard to get her to stand, man. But that's how those guys scale. Look about the same height. Let's get King Grayskull out here. 7-inch figures. Look about the same exact height. Let's get Iron Man by Hasbro. 6-inch line, but he's a lot taller. Let's get my man 100 grand Major Blood with She Spawn rifle. 6-inch line by Hasbro, G.I. Joe Classified. He towers over that guy. Let's get my girl Riri out here. And he towers over her. And who else? Let's see. Who else? Let's do Star Wars. Paz Vizsla by Hasbro. Got him in this little pose, so he towers over him anyway, whether he was standing straight up or not. And yeah, good looking figure, man. I trashed Hasbro or Mcfarlane on that Hush figure because I don't see the value in the DC Multiverse line. But his other lines like Spawn, yeah, he could do a lot better. And I hope and wish that he does across all his brands. But I like this figure, man. I really do. Yeah, there's some loose joints, McFarlane issues with the ball jointed hinges, shit like that. But it is a good looking piece. And for 50, is this $50? I don't know how I think we deserve a little bit more for $50 because and not just this damn chair. I think we deserve a little bit more paint on the throne, bone throne, spawn throne, whatever. And okay, so let me raise the arms. Let me try to get this guy sitting again. Lift up the legs, press them down. The arms position again, and then let's get the legs bent. Get the tilt, and we gonna close it out like so. There's your look at the Mcfarlane spawn with the spawn throne, which is pretty dope. I recommend it. You may want to wait till it goes on sale, but for what it is, man, it's great display presence, even though it has some issues. But go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like, comment, and share. Let me know what you think about this one. And you guys know my saying, man. It's your boy Sean, and I'm out. 1.